Stick your dick in an anthill. Stick your dick in an anthill.
Train goes choo-choo. I got a boo-boo. Woo, 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 woo.
Crap on me. Crap on me. Crap on me.
If you're on TikTok or you're on Instagram or you're on YouTube Shorts or any of the short form social media content, you've more than likely seen that guy that I showed you in the beginning. His name is Seth Kinstle. I was going to make a video on two people, him and somebody else, but then I went down the rabbit hole of who Seth Kinstle is, and let me tell you, it's more content than I would have ever expected in my entire life. So before we get started, I want to give you kind of an insight of who Seth is. So Seth was born in California. He's 35 years old, roughly, and he is a self-proclaimed writer, comedian, cartoonist, actor, animator, vocalist, musician, producer, artist, gamer, live streamer, podcaster, and poet. It is not my words. That is literally his words from his own bio that he has on his Discord. Now, Seth Kinstle has multiple YouTube channels. He has about 8 YouTube channels that he spreads all of his content around on. His main channel, though, is Ice Cream Man, with about 549,000 subscribers, with over 25,000 videos and over 748 million views. Let that kind of just sink in real quick. Now, Seth is... Hold on. Is that a knock? Who was that? Oh, Sink, no, I can't let you in. I understand, I just said I can't. No, Sink, I can't let you in. No, Sink, I'm not allowed to let you in. I'm sorry, I'm not going to. No, go, get out, get. With his most viewed video sitting at 78 million views. Now, my boy Seth is out here pushing out content, but majority of them are just nothing. They're nothing burgers. Videos of him eating something, and then that is it.
A toodly doodly noodly. A biggity baggity buggity. Bring. A chickity chackity chockity chick chick check check chuck. Bring. A click clack cluck. A click clack cluck.
Now, Seth wasn't always like this. It kind of took him a little bit to get there. Seth has been posting for about 9 years, and one of his main channels is Cereal Box Seth. You go to his oldest videos, you can just look at some of the videos that he has posted, and you'll notice Squinox. Squinox is his alter personality when it comes to music. How good is his music, you say? Don't you worry. I will play some for you right now. That shit goes hard on mute. Now, the more you scroll down in his account, the more you notice he kind of changes up his format and what kind of videos he posts, where it goes from music to kind of animation style. And I'll play some of the animation for you now. As you can tell, it's pretty top tier quality. So Seth at this point is going through a phase of trial and error. A lot of content creators do this, where they post stuff, and if they don't really see any traction of it, they kind of switch it up. But with Seth, it didn't really seem like anything was working from what I can see. He kind of just goes with this evil pig animation that he was doing, and then he just keeps putting out music. And then he kind of like goes into like some gaming content, but that also fails as we know, like 8-9 years ago, everything was flooded with gaming content. Nobody was really gonna make it too big unless you were someone who really stood out. But what really stood out to me when I was scrolling down the endless amounts of content that he had, I started to notice he did these kind of rant videos. It gives you a little look into Seth as a person and how he was and now how he is. Before he was kind of, he actually formed sentences and didn't just go choo-choo vroom vroom and have a fucking thing on his head while he's combing his hair with a toilet bowl, right? He was more well-spoken, kind of just talked about his views on the world.
Hey, what's up? My hair's a mess. I just woke up. Anyways, I figured I was gonna start like making some talk videos and stuff since I seem to write on and on about stuff. So I figured I'd just like start making some talk videos because I mean, might as well, you know, like. Anyways, my hair's like destroyed, but you know, whatever. Anyways, we're just gonna like talk about mentality for however long. Like, you know, there's a lot of people.
And then we get into the freestyle content, which now listen boys, I'm not a freestyler, but this shit goes fucking hard.
I see all the superstars. They call me a stupid star. I get in my car and I drive far, but I can't remember where the fuck I are. 'Cause I'm just over there, over here, anywhere, I don't care. I'm dead, in the back of your trunk, 'cause it's better like that. I'm better off not breathing or living or surviving or even spitting any game at anyone. I'm unaccomplished. I'm undeserving and astonished by the stupidity of mass brainwash consciously sifting through the hourglass searching for someone, but no one is there, and I'm blunt and honest. At the same time, I'm tainted, like the glass on a car at a junkyard. I act hard, but I'm not. I'm just a nerdy fucking white kid, making songs and art, animations, whatever I can. I just kid. I busted off the lid. That's all I got.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I haven't watched everything that Seth has put out. There's too much content for me to realistically cipher through and go through. I just want to give you a breakdown of how many videos this guy actually has. Let me just put this in perspective. On his Cereal Box Seth, he has about 57,000 videos. On his other channel, Ice Cream Man, he has about 25,000 videos. On his other channel, Midday Munch Seth, he has about 17,000 videos. On his other channel, French Fry Killer, he has about 7,000 videos. And on his other channel, Jungle Jim Seth, he has about 20,000. Okay, I'm not going to keep going, but you kind of understand, right? They're probably all the same video posted to different channels, right, to kind of just get more engagement. I'm just not going to cipher through them. That is about over 100,000 videos. I'm just not going to do it. If you want me to do that, then please send me some money in Cash App. Give me about $10,000, and I will sit here and I will watch every single goddamn video this guy's posted. Whoa. Editor Flappy here. That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've done more research on this guy. Ain't gonna fucking happen. There are some videos that are like 30 minutes long. You can't pay me enough to do it. You can't, even with a gun to my head, you can't make me do it. After the whole freestyle thing, he just kind of keeps going back and forth with like the music, the animation, just trying to get something to work. And nothing's really grabbing. And then there's a video I want to show you called I'm Going to Live in the Jungle, Tack Rant. This is where I think there was a pivot, a little bit of a pivot of his mindset.
Fuck social media, fuck likes, fuck comments, fuck refreshing your news feed, fuck followers, fuck all these apps, fuck phone calls, fuck fucking trying to post shit on the internet, look all cool, look funny, or you know, make a fucking cool song, or you know, make some song to make money even, make fucking money, just market your fucking self, market everything, fucking market your body, market your fucking wisdom, market you how clever you are, how cool you are or how connected you are to everyone by having similar likes or interests, which makes you cool, or all these fucking, all the fucking bullshit. Anything you try to fucking relate to someone, you just relate to it automatically because your just mind is just so desperate for that fucking connection when it's fucking just a fucking illusion. It's not even fucking real. So fuck society, fuck social media, fuck likes, fuck comments, fuck followers, fuck trying to fucking market anything, fuck trying to be wise, trying to be funny, trying to have a opinion on someone else, or trying to establish this image of yourself that's totally like awesome, or you're established in fucking some kind of way in society that makes you better than other people, when really it's just a fucking marketing scheme. Fuck it all. I'm gonna go live in the jungle. So that's where you can find me. In the fucking jungle or in a fucking forest, living off the land, because fuck this shit.
When somebody becomes so obsessed with social media, they kind of go insane, where you post something and you want it to do well. You want it to thrive and go viral so you can kind of make a living or just show your content to the world. But when you're posting things and nobody's watching, no one's interacting, it does get a little bit demoralizing. And there's a little bit of a dopamine rush when somebody comments or somebody, watches your video, which leads me into our today's sponsor, you guys. Savtech says, greatest anime is redo of Healer. Someone put this man on a goddamn watch list. So like I was saying, with people who comment and people who like, you kind of start getting a dopamine rush. And when that doesn't really hit and all you really want to do is be famous or have some form of like internet presence where you feel like people care about you, it could take a toll on someone's mental. And I think that's what happened with Seth. Now, we're going to fast forward a little bit to a time that everybody remembers very dear and near to their heart. So about 5 years ago, a little bit of a fake virus hit the United States and kind of put everybody in kind of like a lockdown, And if you know what I'm talking about, COVID-19 hit. About 5 years ago is where Seth also just kind of went down a deep end. He started posting and I can't say this lightly, a metric fucking shit ton of videos. And I mean, they're like a minute long videos, shorts and everything like that, and just pumping out content just continuously. And these videos get like 2 to 5 views, and it's just constant. It's like 6 videos a day. So we're gonna jump ahead, like far ahead. I'm not gonna go over the massive amount of content that he posted during COVID timeframe. During COVID, Seth did a range of content, from podcasts to streaming to just talking about his life. And one of the videos, I can't find it anymore because I had to scroll, and then I found it on YouTube, and then I accidentally clicked off of it, and it's in there in the ether of all of his videos. But he talks about having schizophrenia, and he talks about having mental illness and all of those things, which leads to a lot of understanding about this guy. I kind of want to lead into the form of understanding that this guy is dealing with his own mental battles and all those things. But we're going to kind of skip forward all through that and kind of lead us to where we are now with Seth. From my finding on his YouTube, the closest thing that I found to the first video of him eating in his car was about 3 years ago. And this is the video. As you can tell, there's no talking. It's just him eating I don't fucking know, a taco bowl thing of, I don't really know what it is. But as you can see, it's a little different from what he usually posted. It did somewhat well compared to what he usually did. And he kind of took that and kind of ran with it. And I'm going to show you a video. It's going to jump a little ahead in timeline, but I'm going to show you a video of him talking about that, him explaining how he saw it kind of work, and he just kind of started going with it.
Guys, I don't even know sometimes. What the fuck is going on. I'm gonna break this down a little bit for you. So, 6 months ago, I'm gonna start off. This is gonna be quick, by the way. But 6 months, about 6 months, 6 or 7 months actually now. But I was trying to do food videos, okay, and I did some food videos, and I got some McDonald's ice cream, okay. But in like the first video that I made, I licked the ice cream cone and I said, hot, and I was pretty pushed to my boundaries because I made so much stuff. And I was getting a little bit overwhelmed and a little bit, I was just kind of, it's basically a big disappointment. I think entertainment can be, especially when, you want to succeed, but you just, you know what I mean? And that's just the way it is. And I've known that. I've known that I'm, I know how hard it is, and I know, I know what's going on. Okay. I know what quality is, all this crap. I know. When people try to tell me things like I don't know what the fuck's going on. Well, maybe I don't. But anyway, so I did this video and I said, and I was basically saying how useless it is. And I was like, this is just stupid. Like, this means nothing. I'm just some guy eating a fucking ice cream cone. I literally like did that in the video. I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was something along those lines. And then like I somewhere down the line, I did it again. Okay. And I ended up getting some likes and stuff. And maybe it wasn't that much, but at first I got like, I was getting like 60 or 100. So I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's just keep doing this and see where the fuck it goes. Let's ride this rabbit hole to the end of the fucking rainbow and see if there's a pot of gold. You know what I mean? Let's just fucking do it. I don't care if I gain a couple fucking pounds. So I started doing the food videos. And I got a pretty decent response, and I know that other people post probably way less videos and get better responses. And hey, I understand that, okay? But I'm not Jesus Christ here, okay? I'm not Kurt Cobain. I'm not Brock Lesnar, I'm not John Cena. I'm not Dwayne The Rock Johnson or Tech Nine or fucking Eminem.
But then he started to kind of take that to where we are now, the extreme. About a year ago is when he started doing these chichi vroom vroom fucking bring. But before we go into more of what he makes now, I think we need to kind of go over some of the other things he's posted. My man Seth has a Twitter. And let me just kind of read you some of the things on Twitter. Penguin Zero, Charlie, by the way, might just shoot up the next esports championship if he loses at Apex again. No shield, recharge in real life. He needs his medication. I used to work at Twitch. Penguin Zero was caught messaging Dr. Disrespect's dog to fuck it in an ass. I had sex, if you notice, he has a very fascination with Penguin Zero in 2014 for some reason. I had sex with Penguin Zero's autobiography. I fucked the book, and now I will fuck Dr. Disrespect and Quesos too. And also, there's just a bunch of saying I'm gay and all that other stuff. And if you notice, he kind of just has these schizophrenic rants on Twitter and I'm telling you, man, it is like, when I say there's so much to go through with this guy, there is so much. It would take me I would say it would take me 2 months to fully go through the entire catalog of this guy. But also another thing that caught my eye is he has merch. Like, you could get, I didn't come to the bikini barbecue for just the meat on the grill. Or you can get, I pooped on your doorstep in cursive. What can I say? I'm an artist. Kind of hard. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Or you can even get probably one of my favorite ones. If you want to date me, you're gonna have to get naked every time I blow my pussy whistle. That's just classy right there. Also, he has DeviantArt style of art. It's called ArtStation. I'm not sure exactly what this website is. I've never seen one of these before. But it's just like a catalog of all of his art that he's done. And you can just tell this is just a acid trip of just art. I don't really know what he's doing here, but I mean, it looks kind of cool if you ask me. Some of these things are actually pretty fucking cool. But now we're kind of caught up. Now we're going to kind of go into the stuff that he does now. And it's fucking weird. When he makes these videos, he doesn't just make one of them. He uploads one of them, and then he uploads 40 fucking more of them. There are so many of these goddamn videos. He can eat one ice cream cone and make 100 videos out of it. Another thing I went into was Seth's Discord. And it's actually kind of normal. Like, his Discord is kind of tame. Like, they actually are really nice to Seth. Like, in this one, Seth asked, is Seth a pig? And 23 people voted no. And 6 people voted yes because, obviously, right? But, like, 23 people voted no. But not only that, he is, like, so self-aware. He is so self-aware of what he's doing, it's insane. In his Discord, the guy says, hey, I suggest gaming on stream. Seth says, yeah, I'm not right now because these singing streams are doing well, and I'm not gonna stream games because it can mess up the momentum I have. So he is beyond self-aware. He got something and he's running with it. But where I come from this, and this is my personal opinion on this whole situation, is when you start to do things like this, and that is what gets you traction, you have to do this till you find something else that also gains traction. And Seth, I really don't know what else there is. I've read your books. The Santa one was the opening. Let me give you a read from his Santa book. And I'm not going to go over his books because of just this one. There may be other ones that are a lot different, but this one, he has about 50 books, and I'm just not going to go through them all. This Santa one is the most recent one. I stopped on page 1 because it's just fucking weird. Let me just read it to you. You never know what a man with superpowers does in his spare time. If I could deliver presents across the world in one night, then imagine how many women I could rape. Why wouldn't I rape women when my wife is a nasty old hag? Her pussy is as beat up as a sack of potatoes meant to lick the Milky Way off my universe. I don't really condone rape. That's just me. I don't condone it. I don't really like reading books about rape. So I'm just not going to kind of go into his whole... if you want to read some of his books, go ahead. I'm going to kind of stay away from them. Anyway, boys, there's a lot I didn't cover. It's just because there's so much. If you want to go watch the 200,000 videos he has, please do. If you want to go and buy some of his merch, please do. Go ahead, right? This is more of just an informational video about this guy because I don't see anybody talking about this guy. But within the next year, I feel like there's going to be a lot of people talking about him. Anyway, Seth, if you do want to do an interview, please, I would love to do an interview with you. I would love to ask you some questions about some things. And if not, that is completely fine. Once again, boys, thank you so much for watching. If you found any of this information helpful or anything, just please sub. Maybe hit me with a like. And if not, go fuck yourself. Bye.